You want to go north? Lead the way then. Thanks to gyroscopes and accelerometers, mobile phones can double up as many essential tools, and Compass provides yet another useful utility. Compass is, well, basically what it suggests. A compass that shows you the way to the world and displays the degree bearing of where your mobile device is currently pointing. Compass displays both magnetic and true north, supports high definition screens, and you can install the application to an SD card to help you save storage space on the device itself. There are a couple of options included in Compass to help you set the screen orientation and sensor sensitivity. So if you are completely lost in the wild, the digital world can now come to your rescue and point you in the right direction. Whilst it might not be the most interesting of topics and exciting applications to have in your possession, making sure your data is backed up in case of catastrophe is vital, and SMS Backup and Restore provides you with the tools to do just that. It's designed to be both simplistic and comprehensive at the same time. The principal options on the main screen are Backup, Restore, View and Search, and the backup process really is a two-step process of confirming your file name and then pressing OK. SMS files and conversation threads will be backed up instantly, as demonstrated here in my batch of roughly 1,000 messages. By default, the messages are stored onto the phone's internal memory, so just remember to change it if you decide to reset your phone. The restore process is very simple too, and it allows you to choose a specific date from when you would like the messages to be restored. It will even do a duplicate check to make sure you don't create messages from a restore that already exist on the phone. A search facility is also included for you to rummage around your messages, and when you find what you're looking for, the messages will be displayed within the conversation thread so you can see how the chat developed. The SMS backups are stored as XML files, and you can use the standard share button to send this file to your email, Bluetooth or a cloud service such as Google Drive. And of course, if you do need to delete a backup, the option is there to do so. Those are the simple options to SMS Backup and Restore, but there are plenty of tweaks for those of you who want to tailor things exactly to the way you want them. You can change the backup folder location, set up automatic uploads to cloud services, password protect your backups, and schedule regular backups. It's pretty much all there if you want to do it. So play it safe and back up your conversations for free with SMS Backup and Restore.
You know something? My screen just isn't dark enough. That's better. It might not be immediately obvious what the point of screen filter is. It's an application that allows you to dim your Android device below the standard brightness settings. Why do you need to do that? Well, in very dark environments, when you're reading, watching films or playing games, the lowest brightness setting is still often too bright. So Screen Filter allows you to dim the screen all the way to 0, and I do mean 0. Within the application, this slider lets you choose the level of your dimmer when it's on, and the text below the slider is an example of how dark the screen will generally be. Just be careful not to put the slider all the way to 0 or this will happen. If it does, leave your device for a few seconds and it should revert back to its previous state, or you will have to turn your device off and uninstall the application. So Screen Filter is a powerful tool for dimming your device. And this is an example of what happens when you turn off all the light sources and then apply the screen filter. A little darker, a little easier on the eyes, and a little more battery saved. Another free application with plenty of benefits. I wonder if having so many widgets runs the battery down. I have previously reviewed incredibly simple battery applications and super stylish ones. Well, now it's time for an utterly comprehensive one. Battery HD is a simple application with layer upon layer of information, options and features. If we start with a main screen, for example, this shows the current level of a battery and the estimated time of usage left for things like music and video playback, internet browsing and talk time. But if you swipe from right to left, you can get further estimates on things such as the time it would take to charge, playing games, reading, listening to online radio and video chat. And the final screen gives you technical information about the type of battery, temperature and the time since the last charge. So that's the information you can get, but press the settings button in the top left hand corner and this is where you can start to customize things and set up battery alerts. You can adjust the colour of a main battery if you like, but more interesting features can be found below. The first one being the facility to add a simple battery indicator to your notification bar. You can then take this further by adding customised battery meters to your notification tray. You can choose from a range of options which will then tell you how much battery time is left. And if visual alerts aren't enough, you can set audio alerts too.
Battery level is 50%.
You can choose at what percentage level these alerts are triggered, and you can even disable these alerts between different points in the day so as not to wake you up in the middle of the night. So Battery HD is pretty much completely customizable to your needs. For super sharp battery accuracy, you can even run a calibration kit, which takes about an hour. When it comes to home screen display options, Battery HD comes with a simple wallpaper and a huge collection of widget options. These widgets can be set at a horizontal or vertical profile, can be resized to whatever suits your home screen, and you can choose from a large array of information options that are displayed on the battery widget. Battery information might seem like a boring subject when it comes to your Android device, but it's an essential part of the hardware, so why not get the most accurate information you want, how you want it, and when you want it. Time to share, but this list is huge. I want something much more manageable, like this. The share button is very useful when you want to send something somewhere. The trouble is that this option lists every possible sharing application, which quickly turns into a lot. The solution is App Chooser, a nifty little application that lets you choose what applications should appear in the share list. When you install the application, a new share button will appear in places like the gallery, and when you press on it, it doesn't look much different to the default share button. The trick, however, is in the long press. So if you are never going to use an application to share things with, long press on it and an option appears to permanently remove it from the list. Press OK and that option vanishes. From there, it's a simple process of going through all the applications you'll never use and banishing them from your life. And this is the end result. A nice compact list of 8 applications that all fit on the screen. And then you also have the added bonus of being able to sort the list how you wish. And if in the future you do decide you want to use an application for sharing that you previously got rid of, you can reset the list to make it reappear. This should have been a default option in the software, but as always happens with Android, a smart developer has stepped in to create a wonderful solution. I fancy changing this wallpaper, but I can't be bothered doing it myself. Ah, that's better. Wallpaper Changer is an uncomplicated title for an uncomplicated application. If you want to automate the changing of your wallpaper, this is the app for you, and this is how it works. It operates as a live wallpaper, and a settings screen provides you with 2 sections. The bottom portion of the screen manages which pictures are used. If you press on Add Folder, you can select an entire collection of pictures from your gallery to use. So if I add the camera folder, all those pictures are added to the list that will be included in my wallpapers. Once you've done selecting the bulk of pictures, you can click on the Show All Wallpapers option to see which pictures will be used. To remove pictures from the list, you can long press and then use the Delete option. Obviously, this doesn't delete the whole picture from your device, it just stops it from being included in your wallpapers. Once you know which pictures you're going to use, you can use the top portion of the settings screen to determine how and when your wallpaper changes. You can do it based purely on time, which can be set to change every minute, hour or day, or you can change your wallpaper every time you unlock your device. You can also disable times of the day when it doesn't change wallpapers and decide whether to change the wallpaper randomly. And this is the result. Unlocking your phone changes the wallpaper, and in my example, the wallpaper is changing every minute. Perhaps a little excessive, but useful for demonstration purposes. All of which makes Wallpaper Changer a very useful app, saving you a little time and a little effort. Do you want to lock your phone with a touch, a shake, or anywhere on any screen? Well, here's how to do it. Lockscreen is a slightly ambiguous title, but it does accurately describe what this application does. It provides lock options for your Android device beyond using the power button, and it can achieve this in a number of different ways. The first way is a good old-fashioned widget button placed on your home screen that instantly locks your device. Handy for if your power button is a little unreliable through constant use. And the widget button comes in several different styles, including Hello Kitty. Next, we get into something a little more interesting, the Shake Lock option. Set the sensitivity of a setting, and when you're happy, all you need to do to lock your phone is shake it. No buttons required whatsoever. But if you want to take things a little to the extreme, you can opt for the permanent floating lock screen button like this one. It sits on the screen and you can move it anywhere you like, and pressing it obviously locks your screen. You can make it invisible, adjust the size of the icon, and make it snap to the left or right of the screen. You can even make it always on and always on top of any application you use. Like I say, extreme but convenient if you want to lock your device quickly. Lockscreen is a neat little locking application, but it does require a little bit of house cleaning to use it. So go to your device settings and choose the security option. From there, locate device administrators. When you press on this, you will see an option for lock screen, which you will need to activate. It's also advisable to deactivate this if you wish to uninstall Lockscreen. So these days, locking your screen is as easy as saying, boo to a goose. This game requires no narration or instruction. Just watch, listen, enjoy and download. There are several options available in the game which allow you to change the colour theme, check messages, and of course compete in the Google Games leaderboard. And if you want, you can even change the sound from piano to default noise, which sounds like this. Nah, just keep the piano noise, but get used to a lot of this. Frequency is a simple little utility application to help you declutter your smart device. Once you start the application, it will run in the background and track how long you use your applications and then display that frequency in descending order within the application itself. It's a good way of seeing at a glance what applications you're obsessed with and what applications you no longer use enough and need to uninstall. You can set different time parameters such as the frequency of the application used today, over the last week, over the last month, and of all time. And when you press on an application, you get a few simple options to open the application, uninstall it, go to the app info page, or hide it from the frequency list. Those hidden applications are then put into a separate no-show list. You can also show a list of every application installed on your device to see which applications you don't use at all. So keep your smart device lean and supreme by checking what you use and don't use with frequency.